I would do some archbishop. Been a school them from when me in a car shot. Liverpool couldn't test the way me raw sit up quick draw. Him drop and can't get up, him not fast enough for my problem that you never solve. Send for the Dan race for a firestorm, cause I turn into a monster. Ready for the war, better with your black. None of them boy, they no bad. None of them boy, they no bad. Bad pants in power to some archbishop. Them no bad. School them from me in a darkish. Them no bad. School could test the with me raw sit up the drop. If I can't put up no fast enough for my bab that you never saw. Send for the brand race for your firestorm, cause I turn into a monster. Ready for the war. Better with your food. None of them boy, they no bad. Left a mark, young gog on a regular. We say them hardly ready. Them a new type of artillery. We a bus and a Tom and Jerry. Out the blue I hit you with an airstrike. They not bad like my air nice. It's a rare sight, yeah. Steady aim with precision. Make the vision with a clear sight. Better go get your affairs sight. Them boy, they no none of them boy, they no bad. Road back, live with my bar. If you mark, them no bad. On a regular, we see them hard, they no bad. It's me a new type of artillery. We a bust, and a Tom and Jerry. Out the blue, you with the airstrike. They no bad, it's me air nice. Clear sight. Steady aim, they no bad. And it's the vision, we like clear sight. Better to get your fit, them boy, they no bad.
Welcome back to the Indy Boys Racing Podcast for Burnout Sports and the Marion Siren. How we doing today? My name is Tristan Greider, joined with Daniel Cheney and the inspiration behind this whole production, Justin Cox. How are we doing today, guys?
I'm doing all right. I got off work early today. Last week, I didn't get to leave early. I was the last one that got to leave.
I know,
But
you
this
were
week,
ticked
I
about
got
it
off
last
early
week.
today. So I got to leave early today. I'm not upset. No, I'm in a good mood, though. I'm just excited, I think, because F1 is back this week and IndyCar is back. Like, I was excited for NASCAR, but I'm more excited for F1 and IndyCar. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, I don't blame you.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
I
but,
do not blame you.
Yeah, so that's why I've been in a pretty good mood today. So, yeah.
Yeah. What
Daniel,
about
big
you,
guy?
Dan, the guy who famously used to have long hair?
It's finally back, boys. It's finally back. IndyCar's back. I want to cry
yeah.
tears of joy.
Really
Oh
quick
my
before
God.
we get the episode started, I want to talk about something that Daniel did on Saturday. So if you guys don't know this, me, Jay, and Daniel were all in show choir in high school.
Oh gosh.
And
you know about this.
So we went. So like, we also, some of us have siblings that are in choir. Like me and my sister and Daniel's sister are in the same group. And so Daniel went to go see them perform at Franklin Central High School, except Daniel did not go to Franklin Central High School. Daniel, you want to explain your mess
Okay,
up
so
here?
first off, Waze is a scam.
Waze
It's not
is a
really,
scam, there it is.
but it lied to me because I typed in Franklin and then a CEN, which normally, if you type in the first half of the word Central, you would think the first option that comes up is Franklin Central. So I'm, assuming it's going to do that like one does. I hit the first button. I see 28 minutes. I don't remember it being that far away from my campus, but I'm sure I just don't remember. I get all the way to the school, after a bunch of weird country roads. Get out of my car. I check my phone, and my mom was like, "Remember, Franklin Central, not Frank Community." And I was like, "Yeah,
Aw.
I know. Like, why are you telling me that?"
I think
So
I
then
already
I
know where
check,
this is gonna go.
I check my Life 360, and I'm like, "Huh, why is my entire family 25 minutes away from me?" So Waze lied. There's pretty much no other way to say that. Was it user error? Probably. Am I gonna accept that? No.
Was.
Um,
Yeah, I have
but I
another.
got there
Yeah,
eventually.
you did. You did get there. He did get there. Yeah. So that happened. I have a story from today. I haven't told the boys this today. So, um, I was getting into my car. I was walking to my car. So I go to Marion University. And while I'm walking around Marion University, sometimes, like steps can add up, right?
Mm.
And so I had to park 15 minutes away
Oh, wow.
from my class
Ugh.
today. And so like steps can
That's
add up. So I walked 15 minutes to get to my car. Okay? I went to unlock my car. I do not have my keys. I'm looking everywhere,
No.
and I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is fine. I probably just left them in my girlfriend's apartment. So I walked to Megan's apartment. When I get there, I'm looking around. I'm like, it's not in here. Crap. So I check my bag again, make sure they're in there. It's not in there. And I'm like, I go into panic mode because I have martial arts classes to teach, right? And I live, solid 30, 40 minutes away from where I go to campus in rush hour traffic. I didn't know if I was going to make it. So we didn't end up making it. Had to cancel my class today, which was very disappointing. But so I go to the police station. I'm like, hey, have you had anyone turn in any keys? And they said no. So now I'm stuck at my college campus. Like, I was like, okay, I was ready to I called my people. I was like, hey guys, we're not gonna have class today. And then I was like getting ready to film the show from there, right? So I get a call from the Marion Police Department right after I leave. Like from there, they were like, hey, we had a set of keys get turned in. I was like, okay. And they were like, I was like, they were like, can you describe what they are? And I was like describing it to them. They didn't really they weren't following. They were like, there's a lanyard. Do you know what lanyard it is? I was like, yes, it's a Connor Daly number 50 lanyard that Daniel Cheney bought for me. And no one else has that. And besides one other person that I know.
Me.
Oh, two other people that I know. And I was like, yep, it's that one. So I got my keys back, drove home, made it here in time for the show. So that's my story. Moral of the story, kids. Check your pockets. Make sure you got everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Moral of the
Check your
story.
pockets.
Connor Daly will be your savior if you ever lose your keys.
Man, speaking of Connor Daly, IndyCar is back this weekend. F1 is back this weekend. I guess NASCAR is back. I guess you could say Connor Daly for NASCAR too. But let's go ahead and go into motorsport media. Daniel's going to cover that IndyCar.
Oh yeah, let's get into some IndyCar.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Alrighty. So, we good to start talking about some IndyCar.
Yes, sir. Let's get this thing.
Okay. So, first bit of news. It starts off with a little announcement from about a week ago, I think. So IndyCar has made a deal with Advanced Auto Parts. Advanced Auto Parts is now sponsoring the checkered flag for each race. This isn't really any big news or anything, but
It's time for the
there is
white flag, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
there is
God,
a fun
IndyCar's
little
gonna...
thing. Fun little thing they added to this. Is it unnecessary? Yes. Are drivers going to have fun with it? I hope so.
I hope so.
Because, Jay, do you know about this?
I don't know what this
Maybe.
is.
Go ahead.
So, as part of this deal, I'm trying to remember. I don't remember if there's specific amounts, but basically, I think for every time a driver in their victory interview can slip in the word advance, IndyCar and Advance Auto Parts will make a charity donation.
Oh yeah.
Is it unnecessary? Yes.
Do you know
but
who's
I
going to
really
have
hope
so
some
much fun with
driver-
that?
Who?
Joseph Newgarden is gonna have a
him and McLaughlin
blast.
are gonna have a field day.
I was
every
so
time
happy
they
that
win.
we could advance our position, just like Advanced Auto Parts.
Yeah. So
I advanced to the top of the pylon. Did it.
At the end
I
of the
thought I was gonna wet
race.
myself. I could feel my organs advancing themselves into position. Like it's gonna be some like out of pocket
Yo.
things like that. Like
Okay.
I'm really excited to see just how
Dude,
weird these drivers are
I
gonna
feel
go
like
with this.
Pato would go kind of weird with it because
Yeah.
Pato's guaranteed to win at least one
I'm
race.
trying to think.
You know who I feel like
Uh,
won't like care like that much like about it? Like if Rossi wins a race this season, I don't feel like he'll go for it.
He's
You
gonna
know
be
who's
like,
gonna care, but I don't think people are gonna think how much he's gonna care about it. Scott Dixon,
Yeah, I feel like he will.
because that man has interviews down to a science.
Oh yeah.
He'll do this. He'll be like, "Yeah, man, car felt good. We're gonna."
Yeah. You know, at some point he'll have his watch on and he'll go
Advance.
Yeah.
just to show off his watch. You know,
They should just give
he's
him
got
a
it down
hat.
to a science.
As soon as they win, they should change the Firestone hat to an Advanced Auto Parts hat.
Dude, he might wear the flag as a hat. That man's
There you
committed to
go.
his
There you go.
sponsorships.
That is true. He is. He is. He
Yeah,
doesn't
so
care.
that's not necessarily like a big thing. Just a little fun thing they're adding this season. Something that could be big. I don't know if you guys remember, but at Nashville, the Nashville GP last year, they introduced the all green. They called it like the green tire
The
as the
Guayule.
Guayule. Yeah,
Guayule.
Guayule.
There you go.
The Guayule tires.
We should really trust Jay on these kind of things.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
That's extremely valid. So the Guayule tires, they made to be kind of a sustainable alternative to the regular tire compound. These Guayule tires are now going to be used as the alternate tires at all street course races this IndyCar season. They tested out at Nashville last year. It worked pretty well. I don't think there were any huge issues with it. So I'm excited to see if that kind of brings any new strategy to all the street course races. And of course, we will get to see that this weekend at St. Pete. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I've waited so long to talk about
Yes,
this. I've waited
yes.
so long.
And on the topic of
finally
that,
here.
IndyCar turns, Daniel. Let's hear what the times are for the practices and qualifying and the race.
Ooh, I gotta pull these up.
Yeah, but you're
I'm
good.
so excited.
I meant to tell you
forgot.
that beforehand to do that for the segment, but that's my fault.
No, you're all
IndyCar
good.
is so back. Like we're gonna be talking about everything. We're gonna talk testing times. We're gonna talk predictions for the championship. We're gonna talk our predictions for Rookie of the Year. We're gonna go through those again because we went through those in episode 1, but it's been a couple episodes since then. So we're gonna remind you guys of who our Rookie of the Year picks are officially.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
So, Daniel,
All
let's
right,
hear
so
them times.
IndyCar will kick off their season with the practice on March 3rd. That is this Friday at 3 p.m. Then they will go to this Saturday. Well, they have practice number 2 at 10 a.m. And then they will start with round 1, group 1 of qualifications starting at 2:15 p.m. That'll go through about 3:30-ish. If you don't know about IndyCar qualifying, they do 2 rounds of group 1, group 2. Then they move to round 2 of qualifying, which is usually the Fast 12, and then they move to the Fast 6. And then after that, that's kind of how they determine 6 through 1, 12 through 7,
Yeah.
basic qualifying stuff. And
Can't
then
wait
the day
for
of the
Scott
race.
McLaughlin to get the pole on Sunday.
I mean, here's the thing. You forgot who is the king of qualifying at St. Pete. Sir William Power.
Willpower. Yeah.
Yeah.
He wins pretty much probably about every other year, most of the time. Gets
Yeah.
the pole about every other year.
About every other year.
Well, I mean, he didn't get it last year, which is kind of why I was thrown off because I
Yeah.
believe Scott McLaughlin got it last
Yeah,
year. and
McLaughlin
he led
got
the
it
whole
by
race.
like a hair. A hair. And then did Power win the pole the year before that?
Probably,
I think
yeah.
Newgarden.
He didn't win the
no,
race. I know
no,
he
they
didn't win the
didn't.
race.
They didn't go to St. Pete the year before that, did they?
Yeah, they did because
They did?
Herta won.
Okay.
It
That's
was. It
right.
just wasn't. It wasn't the
He's
first.
like, yeah, they did.
I
They
did.
did.
Well, I
Colton
know.
Herta won. Colton Herta won, bro.
I know they went there.
Colton Herta won, bro. You got to know this.
It wasn't. It wasn't week 1, which is probably why. it was a dominant race. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Colton Herta.
Uh,
Dominant race.
but then warm up on race day will be at 9 a.m. on March 5th, and then the race will be at 12:20 p.m. on NBC. And boy, am I so excited! It's back! It's back! I am so happy it's finally back.
Do you guys want to talk about some champion predictions and driver
Yeah.
rankings?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and go do that for
Let's
IndyCar.
look at it. Let's look at it, guys.
Yeah.
All right, we're on there. So,
All right.
who wants to go first? Who wants to start
I'll
first?
go first. I'll go
Okay.
first. So to justify my rankings, firstly, I'm going to highlight who my champion is for the season, and I'm going to go with Joseph Newgarden. Last season, 5 victories. Was by far one of the best drivers in IndyCar last season was Newgarden. Not the most consistent, however. So I'm going to say that Newgarden has is going to be the best driver and the most consistent driver this season. Then my P2 is going to be Scott Dixon. I think he has a great race again. It's going to go down to him and Newgarden for the championship. Pato 3, Power 4, McLaughlin 5. I think those are just kind of like shoe-ins. You have to have all 3 Penske cars in there somewhere, and why not have them 1 through 5?
Yeah.
Highlight some other guys down there. Alex Palou at 7. I think he's going to have a little bit of an off year, seeing as he's not going to be back with Chip Ganassi in 2024. So have him there. I'm going to throw Christian Lundgaard in my top 10. This was a game time decision. I think Lundgaard is going to have a great year because I think he is now the number 1 guy at RLL. And I think he's going to carry that operation this season. Rossi at 12. I mentioned a couple of episodes ago that I thought Rossi was going to have a rough first year with McLaren. So I think he's going to finish 12th. Malukas at 13. That's going to be an improvement for him. Kirkwood at 15. A lot of people think that Kirkwood is going to just skyrocket up the rankings. Top 15 is fine for Kirkwood. I'll give him that. I'm going to throw Devlin DeFrancesco at 20. Ilott at 19. My rookie of the year is going to be the highest placing rookie, which is Stingray Robb. I'm going to put him at 21. Then my bottom 3 for this season are going to be Jack Harvey, Santino Ferrucci, and Ben Peterson, followed by all the part-time drivers, including Marcus Armstrong, Ed Carpenter, all the way down to Marco Andretti. So those are mine. Do you guys have any questions about my predictions at all?
Let me look through here.
I'm trying to see if I have anything I question.
I think Ericsson's the guy. Like, because I
think
have him at
Ericsson's the guy.
10 and Daniel has him at 8, but I don't.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like the only reason he finished like 5th last season is because of the Indy 500. I'm not gonna lie to you.
However, I
Like-
think he still was super consistent last season.
True.
Yeah, for the most
and
part.
I think he wins a race next season, but I think he gets tops. I think he's in that 6th position, fighting for that 5th position just based on consistency alone. So that's just me for that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
I could see it, but I wouldn't say I'm like sold on it. Let's see. Is there anything I question a lot?
And if there's anyone out there in chat land that questions anything, you're more than welcome to.
Oh yeah, you're more than welcome to chime in as well.
I'm not gonna question the Connor Daly at 14 too much, because like
Yeah.
he could go anywhere
the
between
thing.
like 13th to 20th.
Daly had a good year last year, and I think this is actually lower than what he placed last season. But
But do you think the pressure of a contract year is gonna get to him though?
I don't think so. But I do think this might be Daly's last season at IndyCar, if that does say anything.
That's
I could
fair.
see that
that's
happening because I think he's going to go full-time cup racing pretty soon.
Jeff Cheney
Okay.
did say that he hopes nobody loses their keys. By the way.
fair.
But yeah, no, I think that's all. I mean, Lundgaard, like you talked about Lundgaard, which I can see that happening though. 10th. I don't know, like, yeah, I can see it.
Yeah,
yeah,
like I feel like
most
I
of your
don't have
picks are
any.
pretty safe.
I don't have any reaches except for maybe a reach putting like power all the way down to 4. I think that could be a little bit.
You
of
think
a
down to
reach.
4 is a reach? Wait till you get some on.
Yeah, wait till we get to his.
Yeah, like maybe Grosjean is too far down. Ray Hall dropping all the way to 18 might be a little bit, but I don't know. Just personal.
All right,
I
Daniel.
mean, I feel
Oh,
like
sorry, go
your predictions, they're not like all the like reaches are within like 5 positions of like where they like should be.
Should
So it's
be.
nothing.
Yeah.
It's nobody like that should be top 10 and like the bottom 5.
I
It's
think
nothing insane.
Erickson's gonna crap the bed. I think
not-
he's
I think
gonna.
Scott Dixon is gonna be in last place.
Yeah,
it's not anything like overly done, you know, or like you're not trying to like you're not trying to I don't know what the word I'm trying to say. I don't know what the term I'm trying to say here is. You're not trying to
have too many hot takes.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to get at. Yeah.
See, me personally,
Daniel, go get him.
me
Tiger.
Daniel,
personally.
yeah.
Let's talk
go
about
ahead,
Daniel's picks because man, these are a little crazy.
Okay, some of them are pretty safe, but I tried to mix it up and just say like, because here's the thing, IndyCar is so unpredictable. 90% of the time, you really don't know who's gonna go in and win every race. That's just how it typically is.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at it through the lens that it's going to be a lot more similar to the 2021 season, where people were just going out and winning a race randomly. Or maybe not like randomly, but it just wasn't who you expected every week.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, my championship prediction is Scott McLaughlin. I think good old Scotty Mac is going to get it done. I know in racing and in sports, people's what's the term? They're not evolution, growth, I guess. Growth isn't
Development.
always the development's not always linear. But there's something about Scott McLaughlin going out and just having such an improved sophomore season that just gives me the idea that I think he's just going to top that.
If you remember last season, we were talking about McLaughlin being the champion through, I believe, like our 15th episode. Like we were like very much so talking about that.
Yeah.
I think he was one of my picks in the last few weeks.
I can't
But
really remember.
I don't know. I just could see it happening. And then I've got Newgarden getting second because he will pretty much always be top 5 as long as he doesn't crash out. I've got Pato up at 3, and I've got Scott Dixon at 4. Dixon's always going to be in the mix. I've got Palou at 5. I don't think that changing teams is going to really get to him because, let's be real, he was able to still be in championship contention during the whole drama. Like, I don't think being in a contract-ending year is going to get to him too much. I've got Will Power dropping down to 6th. I know earlier in like the off season I was saying like I think he's gonna like drop off. I don't think he's gonna drop out of the top 10. I still think he's gonna be very consistent. I just don't think he's gonna be championship shape towards the end of the year.
Friendly
He could start
reminder
off really
when
hot.
Daniel said this last year about Joseph Newgarden.
I don't want to talk about it. I do not want to talk about
I
it.
don't want to talk about it. He said we're not doing that.
And then in 7th position, 7th place, I've got Kyle Kirkwood. I think Kyle
Okay, you're gonna have to talk
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah, you
before
gotta
we
explain
fly.
this.
I'm
You gotta
ready.
explain this one.
I am ready to
Let's
defend
hear it.
this.
Let's hear it.
Could he go out there and bomb the season? It's definitely up there. But Kyle Kirkwood has won a championship in every car he's ever driven. Every single series he's been in, he has won a championship at some point. He is such a good driver. And he was so hyped up coming into his rookie year. Everybody said, oh, he's going to turn AJ Foyt racing around. I didn't say that, but people said it. And then
There's only one man that can turn AJ Foyt Racing around, and you
Dalton
know exactly
Kellett.
who that is.
Dalton Kellett.
the GOAT himself,
Love
our boy
that
Dalton
man.
Kellett.
We
Love
missed
that.
Dalton. We missed Dalton.
But people had way too high of expectations of him in the 14. Way too high of expectations. People were expecting him to put that 14 car in the top 10 every week.
I mean,
Not even Sebastian Bourdais could do that every week.
honestly, he kind of was almost at one point.
No, he honestly was not as bad as he like could have
Yeah,
been in that
yeah.
14.
He finished 23rd, right?
Uh,
23rd
like
or
that.
24th.
he was
think
in the
it was.
14. Let's be real. But like, that's such a difficult task, especially for a rookie driver. No matter how hyped up they are, I think he gets into the Andretti car. People are already calling him a bust for being in the 14. That is ridiculous. He's not a bust. Could he be eventually? Who knows? Like, I don't think he's gonna be. I am a firm believer that David Malukas and Kyle Kirkwood are both probably future champs. I've been saying that since their Indy Lights, Indy NXT, Indy Next, whatever you want to call it, their two-man battle. Kyle Kirkwood is a future champ. I think he's tested well. He looks good. I think Rossi was able to put that car into the top 10 in points. And Rossi had a pretty weird season. He's had weird seasons for the past 3 or 4 years. I think Kyle Kirkwood is maybe not going to completely turn Andretti around this year, but I think he's going to start the course of getting them back on track to where they have been in previous years. They've been on a weird downward slope. I think he starts to get that turned around. That's my hot take. It's not. I don't think he's going to go out there and win the championship. I'm not calling for an Alex Palou situation, but I could see just some magic happening with the right circumstances, the right team around him. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what Kyle Kirkwood can do this season.
I mean, looking through the rest of your predictions, I don't really see anything too crazy. But, I mean, I guess you could talk about... I mean, Pagenaud is a little bit higher than I think I would have put him at 15.
Listen, Pagenaud is goated.
He is goated.
He's just consistent.
He's goated with the sauce.
He's good.
He is goated with the sauce.
Love Simon Pagenaud. But, I mean, last season only one podium, and he finished around that. I think actually Pagenaud finished 12th last season, right?
Hold on, Daniel. You think Callum is gonna finish underneath Augustine?
It's
I didn't.
It's
see
a
that
projection. It's a
Whoa,
projection.
interesting. He has.
Unko's had a lot of issues last year.
You also have
races.
you also have Stingray Robb a little bit lower than I thought he would be.
So like for listeners,
Like I don't think he's gonna be like in the top 20, but like 23rd's a little interesting.
I feel like the rookies are just hard to place this year, and I really, really like Canapino. I think he's very talented. I don't necessarily have all the faith that Juncos Hollinger Racing is going to be able to quickly turn around that program with adding a second car. That being said, I do think one driver is going to do better than the other, and my prediction is that Canapino maybe doesn't figure it out, but he stays out of trouble. I think a lot of last season, Juncos Hollinger Racing just had a lot of like engine issues, tech issues. They would just get in wrecks. They'd qualify really well out of nowhere, but just when it came to the race, they just weren't able to kind of stay consistent.
Yeah.
And so my hot take is that maybe he doesn't figure it out more than Callum Ilott, but I just think he'll kind of keep his nose out of enemies and danger's way. It's just a little prediction. And then it's not listed in my ranking, but I do think that the Rookie of the Year will be Marcus Armstrong, but he's on a part-time schedule, so I didn't try to put him in the ranking because I just don't know points-wise what that's going to look like. But he's in a Ganassi car racing all but 4 or 5 races. Grosjean almost did it 2 years ago.
Grosjean
lost out by a few points.
Lost out. Grosjean raced all but 2 races, I believe, so a little bit different.
Fair, but he could. Ganassi always has the option to run an extra car if they feel like it.
It's true.
If Armstrong decides he wants to run one of the ovals at the end of the year, he absolutely could.
I think he probably will. I think he'll kind of he'll probably go to the 500 or something, and he'll be like, this looks kind of cool. Maybe we should do this.
The bug is gonna bite him. It's gonna bite him like it's bitten everyone else.
We'll see. Also with the Kumasato, I mean, it depends on his performance level, and if his performance is anything kind of like how it was last season on the ovals, then I could definitely see Chip pulling him out and putting
that's fair.
Marcus in that car instead.
That's true.
That's definitely fair.
I do think that was a good pickup for Chip Ganassi, though. Getting
incredible
pickup.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like swiping him from Dale Coyne's grip, I
just didn't necessarily think there were any rookies this year that are going to go out and blow everybody out of the water like there have been in previous years.
Mm.
I feel like it's nothing against the drivers. I just think situation-wise, teams they're at, I just don't necessarily think that any of them are going to go out and just dominate, contend for wins. That's why I've seen Rob so low. I know the 51 was honestly a pretty solid car last year, but I don't know how much it's going to be for some of these rookies coming in.
Jay, tell us about yours.
Okay.
And that interesting champion right there.
Listen, okay, listen. It is almost 2024. It is almost 2026. Colton Herta is going to win a championship, and he's going to go to F1. I don't care. He's going to win it this season. That's my prediction. That's why I have Colton Herta winning the championship this season. He's gonna get enough super license points. He's gonna be hungry this season. He's
But
wanting to get to
didn't they
F1.
make it so that like IndyCar doesn't count towards super license points anymore?
No, it still does.
Okay.
No, it does.
Okay. I thought it
They
was-
they banned him from going to like F3 and F4 to try and like expose the system
Okay,
to get
got
points.
it.
Just like any really like lower tier series basically.
Yeah.
To
They didn't want
get-
him to expose them, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Got it.
Colton Herta is going to make it in F1. He's going to win the championship this season. Second, I have Joseph Newgarden. Will Power third. Pato O'Ward I have fourth. Scott McLaughlin fifth. Scott Dixon I have sixth. Alex Plus seventh. Alexander Rossi I have eighth. Does anybody have questions
Interesting.
about that?
Yeah,
I don't question
I
too
understand.
much.
I understand. It's cool.
Mhm.
I have a question about 9.
9? What's up with
Yeah,
that?
I-
What's
I
up
do
with the
see that.
question?
Who invited my man, Blood? Who invited this man?
Bro
to the
thinks
top
he's on
10?
the team.
Blood thinks he's on the team. Blood thinks he's on the team. No, man. Like, okay. So, I feel like Grosjean.
Listen, I get
is-
that Drive to Survive is back on, and he had a quick
No, no,
appearance
no.
in episode 4.
No, listen.
But
Dang, you just spoiled it for me. I haven't watched it
actually,
yet. Yeah. But
it's fine. He just shows
no,
up.
you're
It's fine.
no, you're good. I'm good. I was
Okay.
just joking. But no.
Like,
So
I was
Grosjean.
I was like, I'm sorry I hurt you.
no. I was just joking. I don't even like Drive to Survive. I just was
Okay.
checking out this season because Matt and Tommy from WTF1 or like the P1 podcast or whatever, they said it was less dramatized. So I was like, okay, I'll check it out this season. But sorry, back to the topic. Grosjean, I think he's gonna look at his performance the past couple of seasons. He's especially gonna be very upset about this past season's performance, finishing 14th in the championship, I believe. And he finished 13th in the championship before in considerably lesser equipment.
I would call it that. Yes.
Yeah. So Grosjean, I feel, is going to be on a not like he's not going to win races, but I feel like he's going to be pretty consistent and bump himself into the top 10 this season for the driver rankings or the driver championship championship points. Me personally, I was the one that nominated him for disappointing driver of the year in our Indy Boys Awards last season.
Mhm.
I have faith in this man this season. And I hope he doesn't let me down again. That's all I have to say. It might be F1 bias though. I don't know, but
I think it's a tad. Well, I mean, you don't really have F1 bias towards your number 10 pick,
yeah.
so
no,
I guess it's not really F1
Yeah.
bias.
no. So,
And I mean,
yeah.
you have Lundgaard. You could technically call F1 bias too, and you don't really have him higher.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Kinda.
But yeah, 10th I have Marcus Ericsson. 11th Rosenquist, Lundgaard 12th, Kirkwood 13th. If anybody wants to question me,
I would like to
Lucas-
question you on that. No, I get it. I
Yeah.
get it.
Does anybody have questions about anything though? Anything else?
Connor Daly's a little low. If you want to talk about that.
VK's a little low too.
Well, okay, so I swear.
Yeah,
when
talk about
I was-
ECR and why you hating.
Why I'm hating? What do you mean why I'm hating? I was just
Why do you
looking at,
hate ECR, Jay?
I was looking at last season's stats, and I don't know. Like, I just, like, okay. Like, the point standings from last season, where did, I think Daly finished pretty low, actually, last season.
I thought Daly did well. I thought Daly finished 12th.
I don't think so.
Actually, Tristan, you're stupid.
Hold on.
We're gonna
why
find
is
the
it not?
standings.
Why is it not on the IndyCar app? What the heck?
I'll look online.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can
But
see it.
yeah, I
mean,
was looking at all the rankings from last year. I was like, okay, I can see why this team finished here, like why this person shouldn't have finished here, and I can see where they could go better.
Oh, he
from.
finished 17th.
Yeah. So I put him right around there, but I did drop him down quite a bit. But I feel like you guys talked about, it's a contract year. I feel like he might be in a higher pressure situation this season. And I feel like he's gonna be doing a little more than maybe he should in the ECR
Yeah.
equipment. And is just not. It's not gonna be the best year for Connor Daly. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah. So, and you want to talk about VK? I dropped VK down because where did VK finish last season?
I think VK
12th.
was 12th, yeah. So yeah,
12th.
my bad.
Yeah. No, you're good. So yeah, I don't know. I just something about VK. I want him to do good, but
Me
like
too.
at the
Mhm.
same time, I just don't.
There's no more Bitcoin racing, which saddens me.
That too.
That-
But like,
It's all BitNow racing. Always has been.
but
To be
like,
honest with you, yeah.
but like with VK, like, he's just never went crazy and like impressed me. You know what I'm saying? So like,
However, if VK would have taken that bait and gone to Chip Ganassi,
he should have. He should have taken that bait.
But I
like
will say,
I would have put
Rena's
VK in my
VK
top 5.
Rena's
Oh, yeah.
VK is a god in the month of May.
Yeah, yeah, that's
true.
God
That
in the
is
month
true.
You
of
know
May.
who else is a god in the month of May? Simon Pagenaud
And Connor Daly.
and Connor Daly
But yeah, I mean,
and Elio Castroneves, who we
I
all
do-
have low.
I do like that every one of us has Jack Harvey 24th, Santino Ferrucci 25th, and 26th, rounding out the full-time drivers, Ben Peterson. We all
Listen,
matched
yeah.
those.
Listen,
I think we,
we all got a little too silly with thinking Jack Harvey was going to turn around Ray Hall Letterman Lanigan.
Yeah,
never
I
forget
know.
when Daniel put Jack Harvey in his top 10 last season.
Did I?
Yeah.
I think you did, yeah.
I know for the first like 3 races, I was like, listen,
Jack
guys,
Harvey,
wild
guys.
card winner, Jack Harvey. I stopped after I think the 3rd time. I was like, no.
Yeah, you're like, dude,
No.
I'm done with this. You're like, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
But
All right.
yeah.
Well, those are our predictions, guys. Go ahead and leave your predictions in the comments down below for your champion and your like underdogs for the 2023 IndyCar season. Let's go ahead and transition. We got some formulas to brew.
Formulas. We're transferring to the formulas. Formula 1. Well, technically, we're starting with Formula E. So on your screen right now, you're seeing the Formula E results from Cape Town and the championship standings after Cape Town. Antonio Felix da Costa won the race. John-Eric Verne is second. Nick Cassidy third. That's how they rounded out the E-Prix here.
I feel like
in the
Da
past
Costa is
weekend.
really like he might be a contender for that championship this year.
I
He's
believe
definitely.
he tested IndyCar like a week or 2 ago.
Did he?
I think so. I think there were 2 Formula E guys that tested. I'm blanking right now.
Why did you
He
not
either tested-
report this, Daniel?
It was not big news because
Why
it
aren't
was
you doing
really
your job?
under wraps. It was really secret. I don't want to talk about it.
No, you're good.
I
I'm just
found out
joking.
of it because of like Twitter.
Yeah, no, you're good.
yes, the most reliable source.
Yes, Twitter. But yeah, no. Driver standings after Cape Town. Pascal Warline, he has 80 points. Jack Dennis 62. John-Eric Verne 50. Antonio Felix da Costa 40. Nick Cassidy 43. Sebastian
It was
Blaney
Nick Cassidy.
41.
Nick Cassidy tested for
Cassidy.
Ganassi.
Gotcha. And then Reen Rast is 38th, Sam Bird 28th. To round out your top 8 for the Formula E season after Cape Town, round 5. So, yeah, let's go ahead and let's advance on to some Formula 3. F3 returns this weekend. We got all the formulas back, and we're brewing this weekend, guys.
Ravioli, ravioli, show me the formioli.
So, just a little before the episode, I was doing like the time zone converters qualifying for F3. If you do want to watch it, it is at 10 a.m. Eastern on Friday. The sprint race for F3 is at 4:15 a.m. Eastern on Saturday, and the feature race for F3 is at 3:50 a.m. Eastern on Sunday. So yeah, if you want to check those out, go ahead. But those are the times in Eastern Standard Time for you guys to check them out.
Me during those races.
For F2 is also back. I took down a little notes to talk about because F2 is a little bigger of a series than maybe F3 would be. Prima Racing is looking to climb back to the top after a 4th place finish in the constructors. A 4th place finish last season in the constructors. So yeah, their Prima is definitely going to be on their grind this season. MP Motorsport
for sure. Red shirt for sure.
yes, sir.
Red shirt for sure.
Red shirt
GOAT.
for sure. I hope he does good though. MP Motorsport.
He's with a new team, so I mean, like,
Yeah.
we could see him.
Mhm.
He left Trident, so we could see him maybe
Yeah.
get up there and get a win.
MP Motorsport looks to defend their team and drivers' championships this season. Dems underwent a lot of administrative changes this past season and feel comfortable and confident in making a title run with Ayumi Iwasa as their main character. Trident wasn't too secure in their 3-day test results at Bahrain. With new drivers coming in this season, and some of those drivers are familiar with Trident, do they answer the question marks left from testing? So that's kind of a question mark I'm going to be watching throughout the season. That was kind of for me, and maybe you guys too if you want to. Campos are determined to be
I don't follow F2 like that.
I'm going to watch more F2 this season.
Yeah.
But Campos are determined to be big on their bite this season. Ralph Boschung went out with an injury last season, causing some panic after a lot of promise leading up to the start of the 2022 season. Campos have major confidence, and looking at testing, they have a reason to believe it. And finally, we get to Carlin. Last season ended absolutely grandiose for Carlin, and they are looking to carry that confidence into 2023. Maloney and Fittipaldi are both very hungry and ready to get the season underway.
However, it is interesting to see if Carlin's going to be able to recover with one of their drivers going to F1 with Logan Sargent getting promoted. So we'll see how they recover from that.
Yep. But I think they'll be fine. I mean,
yeah, me too.
Maloney is pretty good, and Enzo Fittipaldi is pretty good, too. Qualifying. My guy. Qualifying for F2 is Friday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The sprint race is Saturday at 10:15 a.m. Eastern, and the feature race is Sunday at 5:20 a.m. Eastern. So if you want to check those out, there you go. Now, going into some juicy things for this past week. McLaren has failed to reach its 2023 development goals, admits Zach Brown. So it will take a little bit more time, is exactly what he said. And this kind of shocks me because I was really hoping McLaren was going to come into the season swinging very hard. Mm-hmm. And they just completely missed. And or it seems they completely missed. We'll see when we get to the first race weekend, this coming weekend. So next we have Felipe Drugovich is actually going to step in at Bahrain if Lance Stroll is still unable to race after his bicycling incident while training for the season. Felipe.
Dad, I fell off my bike.
But yeah, Felipe.
That is the best joke I think I've ever made on the show. Was last week devious. Dad, I fell off my bike. I can't race.
That's stupid.
Oh man.
Yeah, but.
I mean, isn't his dad's number one at Aston Martin, right? I'm not wrong about that.
No, he owns the team.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, Lawrence Stroll. Yeah. But no, Aston Martin has confirmed that Felipe will drive next week in Bahrain if Lance is unable to.
Worst case.
To continue on entries into F1, teams want to raise the entry fee to $600 million. This was the lowest suggestion by any F1 team to raise the bid for the entry fee. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this.
Why? Why are you so expensive?
So, the reason they're doing it is because F1 is clearly getting very popular. The last time they went over all the prices and stuff for an F1 team, whatever, that was the Concord Agreement. And so now that teams are wanting to join, they feel like they should have to adjust to be able to be in the sport and be willing to pay what these current teams pay. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And all this should change around a lot. So I don't know, but yeah. So Daniel, you have anything?
That hurts my wallet. My pocket hurts just hearing that number.
Yeah, sorry that Indy Boys Auto Sport's not going to be a real thing, guys. We apologize.
Yeah, sorry, guys. We're going to need a lot more GoFundMes to get that started.
We're going to start about 10 more. Everybody go donate $1 or something.
Yeah, we're going to have to have one just for tires.
It'd be dope to fund a car one day, though.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Maybe a truck or something.
Yeah. Ooh, a truck. That'd be kind of.
I think we should start probably with ARCA first.
Yeah, ARCA probably. Yeah. But the final thing before I read off the weekend schedule for F1. F1 and the Tottenham Hotspurs, the Premier League team Tottenham Hotspurs, have partnered for 15 years. So basically, this entails that it will have an electric karting track underneath the stadium, and that's kind of sick. Underneath the new
sick
stadium.
As hell.
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing ever. And I'm a Chelsea fan when it comes to Premier League, but I guess now that Tottenham is kind of partnering with F1, I do like Tottenham, even though they just whooped us the other day.
Who do we hate? Tottenham.
Dude, they just beat us the other day. I'm so upset.
But does this mean F1 is copying NASCAR?
What do you mean?
Coliseum.
Crash at the Coliseum.
Okay.
F1.
There it is. Okay. There it is. But yeah, no.
Someone, hello, and welcome back to, like, it would be like, what's another word for clash? Like, the dispute at Tottenham.
The dispute at Tottenham.
Here comes Nick DeVries,
Yeah.
The thrash
Sponsored
at
by-
Nottingham.
sponsored by Fernando Alonso and Esteban Ocon.
And Harry Kane. But yeah.
Harry Kane.
Yeah. But yeah. Now, let's get into the weekend schedule. I did not mean to hit my desk that hard. Sorry. Practice 1 is 6:30 to 7:30 Eastern Friday. P2 is 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern on Friday. P3 is Saturday 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, as I said. Qualifying is also Saturday 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern. And Sunday is the race at 10 a.m. Eastern. The Bahrain GP F1 is back. And I'm excited. And now that it's back, do you guys want to discuss the F1 driver
Hey, really quick,
rankings?
tell me how early it is on Sunday.
10 a.m.
Okay, that's
That's
not
not
bad.
that bad.
Okay.
No. That's
I was fully ready to be like, why do I have to wake up at 3?
no. That's not till
Yeah.
Australia.
Oh, God.
But
It's going to be fine.
But no, so yeah, you guys want to get into talking about some F1 driver?
I'd love to.
ranking
I'd love to.
predictions?
I'd
Are we doing
love to.
driver predictions or
We're doing
constructors
both.
first?
We're talking about
No, but which
both.
one are we doing first?
Oh, what do you guys want to do first?
Like we
we'll
can go
do-
drivers first, then we can
drivers.
justify with like,
Okay. I'm with
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, so here we go. Tristan, you want to start off with your predictions here?
I will, like these other two fine gentlemen. Max Verstappen is going to win his 3rd championship in a row. Unlike Jay, I think George Russell is going to be the 2nd best driver in F1 next season.
Yeah, baby.
Crazy, y'all are crazy.
And I think George Russell is going to step up and have a great year. Charles Leclerc, I think he's going to finish 3rd again. Then Lewis, Perez, Sainz, and then I have Lando at 7. I just think that's a good place for Lando, followed by both the Alpines, and then rounding out the top 10. Call me crazy, but Kevin Magnussen. I think Magnussen is listen. I think Magnussen, he finished 12th last season. I think there's a chance that he could push his way into the top 10, and I think if he's gonna do it, it's gonna be this season. So that's why I have Magnussen up there.
I don't know. I'm conflicted on it.
I don't know.
Like I agree that it could happen.
However,
just
in the
don't think
same
it's gonna.
same car, I think Nico Hulkenberg is going to be 20th. I think
Fair.
Hulk's going to have a bad year. Then a couple other highlights for the rookie race. I have the highest placing rookie as Piastri in P15. Nick DeVries 18, Logan Sargent 19, Zhou Guan Yu, I put him at 16. Valtteri Bottas, former runner-up in F1, I have him at 12. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I have going on. I do have Yuki Tsunoda up in 13, though. I think Yuki will have a little bit of a better year. I think that I could see that happening.
Yeah, I can too.
Any questions?
You both have him 13.
I guess my only question is Kevin Magnussen.
I
Yeah.
have another question. Oscar Piastri 15.
Yeah,
I have a
that
question.
too.
Why? Listen, Jay, you have Oscar Piastri at. Never mind, you don't have him at 15. You have him at 12. Oscar Piastri 15. He's a rookie. Rookies struggle.
What
We've seen-
McLaren?
McLaren struggled last season too.
I know.
So yeah, I think Piastri 15. That justifies that.
Okay. What about Magnussen? Why Magnussen P10?
Oh, wait, shoot, I have to fix mine. I
There
didn't
might
realize I
be-
had Alonso under Piastri. That was
There
meant to be flipped.
might be a little bit of bias there.
He's
A
just
little bit.
Just possibly.
just
A
possibly.
wee bit of bias. But yes. He drove to survive. Let me tell you that.
I'm dead.
Let me
If
tell you.
Gap car.
That's what if Gap.
I think
car.
Magnussen P10. Just give it to him. Just let him be nice. IndyCar legend Kevin Magnussen.
Let
I'll
him
I'll let it
cook.
be.
Let him cook.
I'll let it be. So
If
Daniel.
he doesn't cook, come back to IndyCar, please.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at that.
I miss our boy.
As long as he doesn't take seats from some of the guys that deserve seats.
He replaces Colton
No.
Herta.
That's true.
I mean, shoot, if that gets Herta into F1,
Man, that's why
know-
Colton Herta's winning the IndyCar championship this season. I'm just saying.
Jay has
so
a
bad.
stroke.
He's
I'm
so
adamant.
passionate.
I'm adamant about that. But sorry,
All
Daniel.
right, I was last season, and I
Daniel,
had to
read
check
those
myself
predictions,
before I wrecked
brother.
myself.
Daniel, who you got?
Yeah, I got Max winning the championship. Then after that, I got George Russell because I think Mercedes figured it out. Maybe not championship level figured it out, but P2 figured it out. You know, I could see that. They've got the black car again, and
Yeah.
so they have to look good. You know, P3, I got Perez. I don't know. I'm questioning Ferrari this season. P4, I got Charles Leclerc. P5, I've got Lewis Hamilton. And P6, I've got Carlos Sainz. So rounding out the big three teams, they're all in the top 6, just kind of flip-flopped around. P7, I've got Esteban Ocon.
Wait, hold on. I just realized
seven,
Tristan. Sorry, I just realized Tristan is Lando Norris at 7, and you have him at 8. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just realized that. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
I feel like 8's not too high.
Jay has Lando at like
I'm at-
lower.
I have him 10.
Yeah, he has Lando at 10. But Lando finished 7th last year.
This is not the same McLaren team, my guy.
That's not enough papaya, my guy.
Yeah, but that car wasn't that great though. So like, do you not think?
But
maybe
I
there's a
don't think
chance
this
he
one is
more
going to be
consistent?
even better.
I mean, fair. That's fair. I don't
Sorry,
think he
go
takes
ahead.
the jump into like contending for wins every week, but
Yeah.
I think he takes over kind of that leadership responsibility at McLaren. I think there's more eyes on him this season than there have been in previous years.
Yeah.
It's a real sink or swim year for him, in my opinion.
Okay.
9, I've got Pierre Gasly, if you can just stay consistent for once. 10, I've got Valtteri Bottas. I just hope he does well. I just hope they all have a good time, you know?
He said, I want everybody to have fun and have a good time.
11, I've got Fernando Alonso. I don't care what team he's on. He's Fernando Alonso. He will be at least middle of the pack. At 12, I've got Oscar Piastri. At 13, I've got K-Mag.
You have
I
K-Mag
think-
high, too. What the heck?
I don't have him as high as
Why are you
10.
hating on K-Mag?
Dude, Haas is not.
I don't have him
Haas
top
is not
10
gonna
now.
be good this season.
I
just
agree. I
saying.
think Hulkenberg's going to be
I'm
bottom
just
2.
saying, Haas is not going to be good this season. I'm just saying. That's my prediction.
I don't think they're going to be top 10. I agree
know.
they're not going to be that great. I just don't think K-Mag's going to completely fall off a cliff. I don't agree with top 10, but,
Sorry, go ahead.
you know.
K-Mag's going to get another pull in 2023. Calling it now. You see it.
There.
No. Zoom in on Tristan. This is for the Instagram. This is for the Reels and the YouTube Shorts people out there.
Oh, gosh.
Kevin Magnussen will get another pull in 2023.
Okay. You
Give me
but
Baku.
You gotta move your
Give
face
me no.
closer.
Give me Baku. I think challenging track. Give me Baku.
Okay. All right. That's your prediction.
Anyways,
Here.
anyway,
All right.
I'm not confident.
All right.
me picking Colton Herta to win every week. Am I confident? No.
No.
Am I still going to pick him? Yeah.
Yes. But sorry. Continue finishing.
Yeah. 14, I got Yuki. 15, I got Zhou Guanyu. 16, I got Daddy's boy Lance Stroll. 17, I got Alex Albon. 18, I got Nick DeVries. 19, I got Nico Hulkenberg. 20, Logan Sargent.
I don't know.
I don't
Do I
think you
think-
really have to justify any. I think Shogun Yu's might be a little bit high, but
I mean,
otherwise, I feel like you played it pretty
it's
safe.
one spot higher than you, though. Like, it's not that unjustified.
However, I thought I put Shogun Yu high, so I mean, like,
I don't know. I mean, I think that Alfa Romeo is going to have a better season. Not
Okay.
like
No, I feel like
not contending,
Tristan, I
but-
feel like around there is probably best for Joe, honestly. At least in his second season, especially at Alpha.
Yeah.
I think that's a good place.
if I put him like 13 or higher, I would feel not confident in that.
Because, like, if you look at it, Ferrari.
I
is-
honestly, I put Bottas down a couple of spaces. I could have put him a couple more down,
Yeah.
just personally, just because of how bad of a season last year was for Valtteri.
I'm
'Cause,
just
like-
high in Bottas.
Because like if you look at it, like Ferrari is like Walmart, and then you have Alfa Romeo, which is
Ferrari is
a
Walmart.
Ferrari, and Ferrari is Walmart. F1 or Alfa Romeo is like the engine, or they're one of the people that uses Ferrari engines. They're like the Dollar General, and then
Sam's Club.
Haas is like the Dollar Tree.
Yeah, there's a big difference, guys, between
Yeah.
Dollar General and Dollar
There
Tree.
is. There's a big difference.
Dollar Tree on pole at Baku.
Yeah, but no. So, Daniel, or do we have any more questions for Daniel?
I don't really.
No.
I feel like mine's like kind of safe for the most part.
Yeah,
I don't think Logan Sargent will finish last, but that's just me.
I don't. think he
It's
will.
just hard for me to justify a Williams not being last.
I
I don't know.
don't know. I mean, like
It's not me
it-
preying on his downfall or anything.
No.
It's
I know,
just-
but like it's a good argument to make because it's a Williams at the same time. If you think about it,
Yeah.
it's still a Williams. So, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, me and Tristan might have our like American bias showing too, though.
No, Tristan's American bias would be Logan Sargent being like P15. Like, he's
I
gonna
guess
turn
that
it
is true.
around.
He's gonna turn it around for us.
However, who remembers when Tristan called Logan Sargent to F1 all the way back in July?
Because you're a
of last
Sargent
year?
sexual, bro.
Okay, Herda. Like, actually, never
Yeah, but
mind. Jay. Okay, Herda. Like,
Okay.
To
Well,
be fair, when
remember-
I picked him to win the championship last year, it was more confident than anybody picking him this year.
that's true.
Hey, I still
He had a
picked him.
3-win season. It wasn't that bad of a
All right,
prediction.
Jay. Let's stop. Daniel, stop talking about Colton Herta for 5 seconds. Go ahead and give us those.
Okay,
Give
so
us those predictions.
as these other two very beautiful, fine gentlemen, I have Max Verstappen winning the championship. Second, I have Charles Leclerc. Third, I have George Russell. Fourth, I have Carlos Sainz. Fifth, Lewis Hamilton. Sixth, Sergio Perez. Seventh, Esteban Ocon. And eighth, his teammate Pierre Gasly. Ninth, I have Fernando Alonso. 10th, Lando Norris. Valtteri Bottas 11th. Oscar Piastri 12th. Yuki Tsunoda 13th. Lance Stroll 14th. Nick DeVries 15th. Zhou Guanyu 16th. Magnussen 17th. Albon, Logan Sargent, and Nico Hulkenberg 18th, 19th, and 20th.
Okay, my
questions.
only question, that boy Nick DeVries is a little high. You want to talk about DeVries real quick?
Nah. He's not high. Nick DeVries is good, dude. Did you not see
He
what
is
he
good.
Did you not see what he did in a Williams last season?
That's a valid point.
He
true.
scored. He was ahead of Nicholas Latifi at one point in the standings, and he only did one race.
Hey,
I don't
we don't
care.
say the goat's
We
name
don't
in
say,
vain.
we don't say his name here. We don't
I
do
don't
that
care.
here.
I don't care. Nick DeVries
We don't
is
talk
good.
about Latifi.
I think
We don't talk about Tiffy.
no. But no, I think Yuki and Nick will be fine. They could be lower. I don't know. The AlphaTauri is kind of scary sometimes.
My one question is
what's
how confident are you that Carlos Sainz is fourth?
I'm very
Yeah.
I am very confident.
Over Lewis?
I mean, do you not see where Sergio Perez is for me?
I mean, fair.
Yeah. Isn't Checo like your favorite?
Yeah, but I don't think Red Bull is going to give him the benefit of the doubt this season. I'm not going to lie to you.
Hey,
And I think that's gonna cost
You
him
think
a
this
lot
is
of points.
Checo's
And I
last
don't,
year
I
with
don't
Red
think a
Bull?
new team principal is going to make Ferrari dependable either. What, like,
I
know.
mean, Fred
Who is
Vasseur
the new
is
team? Who
Fred
is the new team
Vasseur.
principal?
Fred Vasseur,
Who was he with before?
Alfa Romeo.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who does Alfa Romeo have now?
What's his name? I can't remember his name.
I can look it up. It's cool.
Yeah, look it up real quick. But I do think that Ferrari is, under the new leadership by Fred Vasseur, they're going to do a lot better.
Fair.
I'm not
I
saying they're going to win the championship, but I think it's not going to be a
Anuli
fumble.
Bravi.
I don't. Oh yeah. I don't think it's going to be a fumble like last season for Ferrari though.
Mhm.
That's my prediction.
I
My-
think Ferrari will, like, start off kind of weak and then pick it up. It'll be like the reverse of last year.
Yeah. I feel like my only wild take, and I didn't really expect you guys to be kind of close with me on this, was Fernando Alonso. I have him inside the top 10 in driver standings. And
See, the thing is, that doesn't surprise me though.
He's talented.
But at the same time, like the Aston Martin was third to last season. But
Fernando Alonso would be one of the only drivers to be able to save the AJ Foyt 14 program. Listen, put that man in a car,
Dang.
he'll be able to run it middle of the pack.
if he could qualify for the 500, he would.
Oh,
Hey, don't say that to me.
Dang,
I'm not an
dang.
Alonso like apologist or anything.
No, I
just,
know.
I just think he's talented.
But yeah, but I think pretty much I feel like my only real hot take is Alonso. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you.
put some respect on Ben Haley. Like, that boy
Yeah.
out-qualified the heck out of him.
If that's it, let's talk about constructors now.
Let's do it.
Tristan.
So my constructors predictions, guys, it's pretty like this is pretty like right, you know what I mean? Red Bull 1, Mercedes 2, Ferrari 3. It's gonna be in that order, and Daniel agrees with me. Daniel and me actually have the same top 5.
Yeah.
Alpine at 4, McLaren at 5. I have Romeo.
We only
at
have
6.
we only have like one person flipped, I think.
I
I
have-
don't know, we've got
I have Romeo at 6.
yeah.
I have Haas at 7 because I think putting one driver at 10, one driver at 20, that balances out to 7th. Aston Martin 8, mostly just because of Lance Stroll. Tari 9, Williams 10. That's what I got. I almost put AlphaTauri at 10.
Mm.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
we've all heard the rumors that AlphaTauri could be up for sale. I
Yeah.
mean, like, these are, like, you know, they might not put it, they're all into it this season.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
I mean, the
completely
drivers
agree.
might. The team probably.
Driver
you
doesn't
know.
really matter if the cars aren't good. I mean,
That is kind of true though.
Yeah,
Especially in F1, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Like,
but they might if they've got a crappy car, they might be more careful about.
we've
crashing,
seen
so they can at
cars
least finish.
kill drivers' confidences. Like, I mean,
but
what you just said.
but Daniel, you got to remember, I still have to finish inside the top 10 to get points, though, right?
Yeah, that's fair, but you know, I guess
Typically-
Latifi's not racing anymore. We don't have to worry about half the field crashing.
Daniel,
shoot.
let's hear it.
Latifi and Mick aren't racing anymore this season, so the half the field's not going to get wrecked out. You're right. I like Mick. I say it how it is. I say
I
it how
like
it is.
the reserve driver of Mercedes and McLaren.
Listen,
Like, I mean, I guess you could say Alex Palou is the reserve driver of McLaren, but like, so is Mick Schumacher.
dude. Honestly, I think so before I get to like my predictions, I saw somebody on Twitter. I think it might have been Tomo. I think the F1 YouTuber.
Tomo.
Tomo. He tweeted something out. It was like if McLaren struggles with like one of their guys this season and has to let one go in a season or two, like who would you rather have? And they listed like some F2 guys, and they listed like Mick Schumacher, and they listed Palou, and I was looking at that. I was like, honestly, like it is a gamble, but I would feel more comfortable with Alex Palou than a lot of the people that he had listed.
You're also an IndyCar truther.
That is true.
Yeah, but also Alex Palou is he's just consistent.
However,
in, like,
you could
any
compare
car.
an IndyCar championship to an F2 championship pretty like
Similarly.
well.
Yeah, like I don't know, because the two leading like Mick Schumacher had like twice the votes of Alex Palou, and people were like, "So you're telling me you would rather have Mick Schumacher over an established IndyCar champion?" What?
I would take Mick Schumacher in a heartbeat.
Speak for yourself, not me though. Okay, but with my constructor predictions, as we said, my top 5 is the exact same as Tristan's. I've got Red Bull, Mercedes, Ferrari, Alpine, and McLaren. In 6th, I've got Aston Martin. I just think adding Fernando Alonso is going to do a lot for their program. And then 7th, I've got Alfa Romeo. I think they have a better year. 8th, I've got Haas. I don't think they're going to fall back to like the bottom of the pack like they have been in previous years, but I don't think they're going to be middle of the pack again. I think they're going to be in a weird limbo spot, which is why I've got them at 8. And then 9, I got AlphaTauri. Like Tristan was saying, there's just not a lot of confidence in that team. We'll see what happens with them. And then 10, We all know it's Williams. Like, I don't care who you put in that car. They're
Like honestly though,
it's the AJ Foyt racing of F1.
like honestly though, I feel like both of our bottom three you could interchange between 8th to 10th though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I agree.
I really think like I'm about to talk about mine in a second. We're still talking about yours, of course, but like I feel like we could, like our bottom three, we could easily interchange those three to being 8th to 10th wherever. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I guess I don't think I really have any questions. I kind of honestly, I think I like your predictions better than I like mine.
Yeah, yours are pretty good, Dan.
I tried to like.
Except for Haas at 8. Loser.
You have it at 7, bro. You're not that much higher than me.
Guys, we have an emergency. Richard Vashour's luggage is not in Bahrain, and he is.
Oh,
we have an emergency.
We need to get the
Sending
Indy
my
boys there
clothes and luggage right there. Anything he needs, we got him.
Yeah. But okay, so for me, I have Red Bull first, Ferrari second, Mercedes third, Alpine fourth, Aston Martin fifth, Alfa Romeo sixth, McLaren seventh, AlphaTauri eighth, Haas ninth, and Williams 10th. Questions, anyone?
Aston Martin is way too high.
No, they're not.
What were you cooking?
Did you watch preseason testing?
No, but I know Aston Martin.
But did you watch preseason testing?
No, but let him cook. Yeah, if you watch preseason testing, you know that like Alex Albon had a great preseason test. Why is Albon not up higher?
Well, it's still Williams. It's still
Still
Williams as a whole. It's not just Albon. But
yeah.
Lance Stroll can finish in points, like the bottom half of points. And I think, I'm not saying that Fernando Alonso is going to be competing for podiums, but I think he's going to finish closer to the top five-ish, six-ish in points. And Aston Martin this season is looking pretty mean. From what all the teams are talking about, especially listening to preseason testing, all the teams have said that the best or the most improved car this season looks to be the Aston Martin. Because Fernando Alonso was, I believe, second behind Max on one of the preseason testing days. So, kind of interesting. So
I mean, I've got him at 6. So like,
yeah, that's why I have Aston at 5th. So that's my prediction there. That's why my predictions there. But yeah,
I like it.
you want to go?
All right, guys, go ahead and
NASCAR now.
Yeah, go ahead and leave your predictions for all of the F1 stuff as well in the comments down below, or on our Twitter or on our Instagram. NASCAR time, baby. Now that we're gonna kind of fly through this news. Kaz Grala and John Hunter Nemechek both are going to race for Tricon Garage at Las Vegas. John Hunter Nemechek is also going to make a start at Atlanta, so go get him, Tiger. Brian Vargas is going to make a start for On Point Motorsports in the 30 truck at Atlanta. It was announced that he's going to have a multi-race deal. So this is that first race. Xfinity Series news. We got a couple of one-offs. Max McLaughlin's going to make his Xfinity Series debut a lot later in the season at Watkins Glen. Do not know what team yet. And Mason Maggio is going to make his Xfinity Series debut with at Vegas with MBM Motorsports. So that is super cool for Maggio. Cup Series, Daniel, this is a little bit of IndyCar news, but mixed with some NASCAR news. Kyle Larson's McLaren deal, guys, that's a 2-year deal. 2024, 2025, Indy 500s, officially. He's doing 2. Jenson Button is interested in racing a Cup Series road course race. This would either be in the Trackhouse 91 or the Legacy Motor Club 84. Make your predictions. I mean,
are you asking now? Are you asking now?
You can.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it'll be
Sorry.
Project 91.
I didn't realize what you. I didn't realize.
Personally, I think this could be the Legacy Motor Club 84 just because of Jimmy Johnson and the Garage 56 entry.
That's fair. That's fair. But I do know that Project 91 wants big European and like worldwide names. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's already an established thing.
Yeah. But I mean the 84 is too though. But I think Jimmy is going to race the 84 mostly, right?
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still a third car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But speaking of Garage 56, the Garage 56 entry is officially going to be number 24. And Jimmy Johnson, Mike Rockefeller, Jenson Button are in that seat. We reported on it in the past. But number 24. And then final news, Bryce Harper is going to be the Grand Marshal at Las Vegas this weekend. He's not only going to be hitting dingers, he's going to be telling people, start your engines. All right. NASCAR time. Let's talk about this last race weekend. Kyle Busch took it home in the Cup Series event. We said goodbye to Auto Club Speedway. And boys,
How do I say goodbye?
Thank you. RIP Auto Club, top 10 track and Indy boys' favorite. I'm gonna miss it. I really am gonna miss Auto Club. David Land tweeted, he was like, "It's a shame that this is the last race at Auto Club." To which I responded, "This is an all-time classic Auto Club race." Let's talk about Fox.
Sports did not present it that way.
Let's talk about Fox. Let's talk about Fox really quick. Honestly, Fox did a better job this week. Not as many full screen commercials. However, it was still terrible. It was still
They went
really
from
terrible.
an F to a D minus.
I wouldn't even have given it that much.
I would still be an F. It would just be a higher percentage of an F.
I'd probably give this race a 45% for
Coverage.
Mostly because you're still zooming in way too much on these cars. You're switching from 4 wide battles to the leader passing a lap car.
Wait, what? Literally, Clint Boyer. Wait, huh?
The energy in the booth is at an all-time low. The Xfinity Series.
Oh, caution.
Because remember,
Put Adam Alexander on the call. I never thought I would say that. Put Adam Alexander.
Yeah.
Give him everything. Put him in the seat. He's so much better. That's all I need. Just put Adam Alexander in it.
Because during the 500, they had the crash at the end. Oh, they're crashing. That's all Clint Boyer said.
You need to fire Clint Boyer. You need to fire him.
Honestly, get him out, dude.
Honestly,
the Boyer experiment is over.
As much as it pains me to say, it's time for Mike Joy to retire.
You think so?
It's
when
time
Mike Joy can't carry a broadcast, it's rough.
It's time for Ken Squire retired around the same age. It's time for Mike Joy to retire.
And you don't and I know how you mean it. You don't mean it out of negativity.
No,
I know you don't. But I just wanted to make sure that was clear for everybody listening.
Oh no, man's a legend, but
man is the best commentator in NASCAR history, if not behind Ken Squire. Mm-hmm. It's time to retire, buddy. You can't keep doing it. I can't keep hearing the same stories, Mike Joy. I'm sorry. As much as I love you, and as much as NASCAR loves you, it's time to retire. And I bet you he'll be back with Fox Sports next season because they're gonna want a veteran in there with Kevin Harvick. But
isn't the deal up this season? Because they may not be back with Fox Sports next season.
That's true. It could. There are the rumors that could be with CBS, but all we know is that Kevin Harvick's gonna be in that booth next season, whether it's with Fox or not. So
I kind of hope that they go with
CBS or ERC.
Yeah, I agree.
But
if ESPN bids on it,
but only under one condition is
Alan
that
Bestwick needs to return to the booth.
Yep.
I want the return to the Hollywood Hotel.
Yeah.
With Jeff Hammond and Brad Doherty and Rusty Wallace.
Bring my childhood back. Yes.
Bring back Brad Doherty into the booth. Bring back. But yeah, it's time to retire Mike Joy, and it's time to fire Clint Boyer. It's bad.
It's old.
So,
it's old now. It's ran its course.
I know everybody's been talking about the clip when AJ Allmendinger wrecked out, and they're like, "Oh, caution! Oh, he's in the wall." You want to know what the worst part about that is? It wasn't live.
Yeah, it wasn't even live.
It wasn't live. Because you heard Clint Boyer go, "Oh, caution," 2 seconds before any on-screen wreckage was happening, and then you see him. Oh, he's in the wall.
Here's the thing. You have to compare this to NBC's broadcast because it doesn't matter what we're doing. They could be interviewing anybody. You could be interviewing Richard frickin' Petty.
You could be in the middle of the most entertaining thing, and then out of nowhere,
That's gonna be real. That's funny.
God bless Hale Jr. I don't care.
That was good. That was good.
Car to the wall! Car to the wall! Turn 2, car to the wall! Oh! There's a crash! They're wrecking! Dude, it could even just be a brush in the wall. And he'll scream.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it entertaining.
Oh, contact.
Yeah.
Which is why it is time to retire Mike Joy. It is time to be done with commentary, Clint Boyer. Or put Jamie McMurray in the booth. I mean, he's freaking good too.
I agree.
I'd love to
I
see that.
agree.
Yeah, I do
Um,
like Jamie Murray.
All right, let's
Dude,
talk about the winners
Fox,
of this.
The
Go
Fox
ahead.
booth of Kevin Harvick, McMurray, Adam Alexander.
And personally, I don't even think Kevin Harvick's that good of a commentator. I think Joey Logano, when he
I was about
retires,
to say,
Oh,
I'm
yes.
so ready for Joey
Oh my-
Logano.
Joey Logano, yes. Joey Logano.
Joey Logano needs to hurry up
I mean,
and
if you
retire.
think
I
about-
get that he's still good, but he's such a
I
good
mean,
commentator.
if you go back and you look at the drivers only podcast or like the drivers only like broadcasts, Kevin Harvick's not that great of a commentator.
He's fine.
Like
he's not bad.
Fine. He's no Austin Dillon or like Joey Logano or Ryan Blaney who are actually
yeah.
good at it. Which is why you see them in every single one. Like, I like it. So
Get
I
Kurt
think-
Busch in there. Like,
Kurt Busch in there. Well, Kurt Busch does trucks, so I mean, like,
yeah.
I like that. But it's time to retire, Mike Joy.
It's time to be.
Come
Yeah.
home.
Come home,
We've been
Mike.
waiting for you.
We missed you. Let's talk about the winners from this weekend. Kyle Busch is back, baby. KFB won in his second start for Richard Childress
Well,
Racing.
Third.
Second points start. You guys annoy me.
No, but I only say that. I only say that because he's been in contention for the win late stages of all three races this season.
True.
That's why I say third, because he's been good in all of them.
And I think I'm not surprised. I mean, we all have him in the championship, like in the playoffs. Don't call me crazy. This is the first of 4 or 5 wins this season for Kyle Busch. And Eric Estep said it. I'm going to give Eric Estep all the credit. 4 or 5 wins this season for Kyle Busch, I think, is an understatement. I think that's at least the goal. I think he could go for maybe 7 or 8, but 4 or 5 for sure. I think that's a lock.
I mean, I don't think it's that.
That
out
man
of
could go out there next
conversation.
week and win Las Vegas. Like,
I mean, because like Jay, you're looking at him like crazy, and I get it, but think about it.
No,
This car-
I'm saying I think like I agree. It's just
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting to hear 7 or 8. I was thinking like 3 or 4 or 5 and 6. I
I'm
wasn't expecting to hear-
thinking 4 or 5, maybe 6, because as much as I love Tyler Reddick, Kyle Busch is still a better driver at this point. And Reddick was able to put that 8 car in victory lane
he
3
said
times.
at this point.
At this point,
Buddy. Possible GOAT.
no, I'm not saying all
Compared
time that
to
Tyler Reddick will be better.
Your
I'm just
favorite
saying like
driver.
no, I'm just saying like currently like as they speak, like Tyler Reddick I think will get better.
Tyler Reddick is last in the Cup Series points right now. Friendly reminder.
I don't want to talk about that yet. But yeah, I think Kyle Busch could get probably about 5 wins.
Okay, speaking of the Cup Series points, I want to go through the top 10 right now in the Cup Series because there are some surprises up there for the standings, and then I'll go through the constructors. Currently, your points leader is Ross Chastain, then Joey Logano, Alex Bowman, Kevin Harvick, and Daniel Suarez. 6th place, Chris Buescher. 7th place, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 8th place is Kyle Busch. 9th, Denny Hamlin, and 10th, Brad Keselowski. Your manufacturer with Chevy, Ford, then Toyota. This is pretty much predicted, but as I mentioned, throughout these first 2 weeks, there are some drivers that are struggling, and sadly, that does include Daniel's boy, Tyler Reddick, who has only scored 4 points through the first
Why
2.
is 2311 cursed at the first half of seasons?
I don't know.
Yeah. It's just how it goes, man. I guess for them, at least, I guess.
Ty Dillon has also struggled, has 7 points. Chase Briscoe and Ryan Preece have struggled as well. Same has Eric Jones, and so has William Byron. You know, Jay's championship prediction.
Watch.
But also, like, it's crazy. It's crazy when Kyle Larson is below Cody Ware in points. That's how you know.
That's wild.
And the thing
We
is,
must
like,
cherish this glorious moment.
like, come on, like that's crazy. this season is already
I
shaping up
never
to be
want to
wild
hear that NASCAR is rigged ever again.
when Cody Ware is above Kyle Larson.
That is destiny speaking.
Yeah, like that's crazy, and that's fine. You know what I mean? But I do feel like we need to talk about the final race at Auto Club Speedway. So much better. Auto Club under the lights. I never knew I wanted it. Beautiful, gorgeous. Like it was great. And congrats, John Hunter Nemechek. Here's a little fun Tristan Greider fact of the day for you. Auto Club Speedway was bookended by a Nemechek and a Nemechek. The first win at Auto Club was Joe Nemechek. The last win was John Hunter Nemechek.
That's the first win or first pole win?
I think it was first win. So I could go back and check, but I believe
I'll check.
That was a Twitter thing, so don't trust Twitter, as I mentioned earlier in this episode, but congrats to that. And I'm going to miss Auto Club. Favorite memories from Auto Club has to be one of last season's race or obviously the incredible 2013 finish, excluding NASCAR showing the fact that Denny Hamlin broke his back on a hit, and they showed it 6 times. NASCAR likes to make you forget that. I was telling Megan about that this weekend. I was like, oh, let's see if they showed a shot where Denny Hamlin
the first winner was
and
Jeff Gordon.
Did. Oh, was it first?
That's Cup Series though. He might be talking.
Oh shoot, you're right.
Because Joe put it on front row in Xfinity a lot. It's fine, Daniel. I'm pretty sure I'm right.
I know, well, I thought I saw like that same tweet.
Just let me be right. Like
I must find out. I'm too far in this rabbit hole, Tristan.
He's already going.
The Pacers play the Mavericks tonight. Can't wait to lose.
But talking about Kyle Busch earlier, I wanted to ask the question to you guys. I was listening to Actions Detrimental last night with Denny Hamlin's podcast with his social guy Jared. So far. Great podcast. That's like one of the only podcasts I listen to other than like ours.
You don't listen to Stacking Them Deep and Selling Them Sheep.
Stacking Them Deep and Selling Them Cheap. But no, so the topic last night or at least the episode I was listening to, they were talking about Auto Club, and they believe, like Denny has said it himself, that he believes that Kyle Busch is top 5 all time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if you guys agreed. I agree too. I just wanted to see if you guys agree.
Okay, honestly, might be top 3. Like.
Ooh. Okay.
Like, you put. I mean.
I wouldn't say top 3.
My personal GOAT is Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
Like. Second, maybe you put Dale there. I think Kyle Busch, like comparing, like it could probably be above Richard.
Because so actually that was
Kyle Busch above Richard.
So that was a thing that they talked about too, though. Because if you like his 62 wins now, I believe Kyle Busch's 62 wins now. Yeah. I believe he like Denny said on his podcast, if you compare that to like the drivers from the 70s to like the 90s, that's 160 wins.
Right. Like I get that that the cars went faster in the olden days. But the drivers that could win races were a lot less.
Yeah, that's
correct.
Yeah.
Screw you, Daniel. I don't want to talk about it.
I might have a bad memory about regular things, but when it comes to dumb stuff like this, I remember.
Whatever. Whatever. I don't even want to hear his opinion. Let's transition into predictions.
All right, we're at predictions. So last week we all got it wrong again.
Yeah, it's not a good week for us.
Tristan's still in the lead, 1-0. We all got all of our picks wrong, even the group pick. But
we got a heck of a lot of races.
We got a lot this week. So let's go ahead and get into it. Tristan, you want to start?
Yeah, let's start with NASCAR, guys. We're going to be at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, one of the best 1.5-mile tracks on the circuit. It's going to be nice and cold there this weekend in Vegas, which is interesting. And by cold, I mean like 60.
Yeah.
Let's start with the Truck Series race. All these guys that are going to be in the race are going to qualify, and they're all going to be in, so no one's going home this weekend. My pick at Vegas, he was in contention to win at Daytona. Just fell a little bit short due to some rain. Give me Christian Eckes. I'm going on the J train there. Give me Christian Eckes.
Okay.
I want to pick John Hunter Nemechek. Actually, never mind. I'm gonna get a point. Give me Kyle Busch.
Dang it, that was gonna be my pick. That was gonna be my pick.
Dang.
It's the benefit of going first.
Go ahead.
I mean, I can still
Daniel.
pick it.
Yeah.
My pick is Kyle Busch.
All right, Kyle Busch. We're not going for a three-peat, though. I'm just saying that.
Well, if
Okay.
we were gonna go through a three-peat, we could just make him the group pick, and then
No,
Right.
we're not, though. That's the thing. Because you know why?
why?
I think. Hey, no, I'm just kidding. John Hunter Nemechek. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I almost went JHN, so I get that.
But yeah.
Haley Deegan.
All right, Xfinity.
Xfinity guys, one more pick again. As much as I would love to pick Kyle Busch again in this one, I don't think it's going to be another weekend sweep for KFB. I'm gonna go with a guy that has a lot of success at this track, and is just darn good at racing. The hometown kid, Riley Herbst.
Ooh, that's a spicy one.
He's having a good year so far.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
I agree.
I still kind of think it's a spicy pick a little bit, but yeah. Daniel.
I'm looking at this entry list.
Here comes Sheldon Creed.
No. Although he could have won this week. He looked really good this week.
He did.
But I am gonna go with Josh Berry.
Josh Berry. I had a feeling you were about to go Josh Berry.
It was between him and Sammy Smith.
Okay.
Sammy Smith looked good out there last weekend too.
Well,
All right.
you guys picked him for trucks. I'm gonna pick him for Xfinity, so I'm going Kyle Busch.
Yeah, there you go.
Valid.
All right,
That's very much so okay with me.
we're going Cup Series.
Cup Series action, guys. We're in Las Vegas. We got a pick and an underdog. My first pick is a guy that's really, really good here, and he gets dubs. And I think that he's gonna have a little bit of a better weekend than he has in the past couple of weekends. Do I pick him? Do I not?
I would do it.
Might as well.
Then I'm gonna think Tyler Reddick has a better weekend as well, so I'll go
Okay,
Tyler Reddick
okay.
in Las Vegas.
There you go, Daniel.
My first pick is going to be someone that looked really good here last year, up until a certain point. I'm going Martin Truex Jr. first pick.
TJ.
Wild
Stage
card
winner,
pick.
MTJ.
Stage winner, MTJ.
I am going to go Ross Chastain.
Good pick.
Okay.
He's another guy that's good here.
He's had
Sorry, go ahead.
such a good season already. I think might as well.
Yeah. My picks. I'm going with one of my previous picks from last week. I'm going with Joe Logano again.
Joey.
And I'm going
Enjoy it.
again with Kyle Busch. I said on the Casey Campbell podcast he was going to be my prediction for this week. So I
There
think
you
he's
go.
going to go for a two-peat. This is 2 of his 4 wins, Tristan. He's a
Honestly, could we see a third sweep this weekend from KFB?
That's true. That's possible.
It's
I think
it's
that's
possible.
probably why he's
it
doing
is entirely
it.
possible.
That's probably why he's doing it. He wants to do it.
I mean, he's done it before.
Yeah.
Just never at this track.
That's true. But guess what now? IndyCar.
Alrighty.
Dan, where are we?
We are at the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
We have Indy next, right?
We do have Indy next. Would we like to start with some Indy next
Let's do
predictions?
some
Love
Indy
to start
next.
with
Daniel.
Indy next.
Daniel, go ahead.
Well, I'm starting. Okay, well, I am going to go with somebody who led a lot of laps here last year. I don't remember the exact number. I believe it was like 33. I am going to go with the man on a new team this year. And that man is Christian Rasmussen.
Razzie. Okay.
Rasu. Shay, you go ahead and tell us your pick.
Okay. My pick. Wait, why are you being dumb? Sorry. Razzie. We're gonna go with the tall guy himself.
Hunty.
Yes, sir.
I was thinking it.
All right. You guys are going to call me crazy. If you remember back to last week, Stingray Rob informed us that the best team that was at the test was Juncos Hollinger
I know
Racing.
who you're picking. I
Reese
know who you're
Gold.
picking.
You're going Reese
Give
Gold.
me the golden boy, Reese Gold. I think he wins his Indy Lights debut. I almost picked Matteo Nanani, but Reese Gold, he's familiar with this car. I think he gets it done. So yeah, that's my pick.
Okay.
Reese Gold,
Okay.
don't let me down.
No, let me down.
I normally don't like when people skip pros and go straight to next, but in this situation,
In this situation.
actually, never mind. He was in pros last season, wasn't he?
Mhm.
Yeah, my bad.
I think you won.
Yeah, he did. For some reason, I was thinking about Michael D'Orlando.
Mm.
All right.
IndyCar.
IndyCar.
Hey, I am looking at where everybody placed last year, and do I go a safe pick or do I go a kind of wild pick? Oh, I guess we do too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, my first pick is Will Power, because why would I not pick Will Power here? My wild card pick is someone that led 10 laps here last year, but I believe wrecked out. And he's at a new team. I'm going Alex Rossi wild card.
Ooh. Hot takes from Daniel Cheney.
Hey, I wasn't going to be comfortable putting that as my number one pick, but seeing like that he did well last year here,
Yeah.
when he had a pretty whack year last year, outside of a few races,
He said a pretty wacky year.
it was a pretty whack year. Let's not get it twisted.
All right, my first pick for this one. I was debating. I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to go with Scott McLaughlin. I'm repping his jersey today. Time to go safe with the guy that won here last season. My underdog pick is going to be a guy that I picked to win a lot of races this season as an underdog. Just because I could see it. I don't really have him super high in my points, but I think that Felix Rosenquist is going to be one of those guys that I pick a lot this season. So I'm going to go Felix in that number 6.
Interesting.
I just think his car's gonna suck this year because they're just ready to put Polo in it.
Yeah. And actually, speaking of Polo,
Guy who won
Alex
here.
Polo
Yeah.
is my first pick.
Cool.
Alex Polo, number 10. My second pick, I am going to go with... Honestly, I do want to go with Willpower, but I'm not going to pick him. And this might be dumb of me to not pick him. But I'm going to go with Colton Herta.
Yeah, I almost went Herta.
Yes. Yes.
All right. F1. We're at the Bahrain GP this weekend, guys. Let's go ahead and let's predict the podium.
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
Unlike ESPN F1 Twitter, I'm not putting Fernando Alonso in my podium. What were they cooking?
They were not. They were
Clearly, I'm going to go Max P1. P2, this is where I'm going to go with the main boy, Charles Leclerc. And then P3, this is where I go George Russell. I think we see 3 different teams in the podium of the first race of the season.
Okay.
I almost went Lewis Hamilton, though, at P3.
Okay. Daniel?
I am gonna say, E1 Lewis Hamilton.
Whoa. Okay.
I don't think the drought is sitting well with him. I think he goes out wins one early,
That is very much
and
so.
then calms down.
Ba, 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 ba.
Sorry,
And
go
then-
ahead, Daniel.
P2, I'm going Max.
Wow.
And then P3, I'll go Leclerc.
This man
The
said
Leclerc.
Lewis is winning. Holy good Jesus.
Listen, if it wasn't for last season, that wouldn't be a hot take. It was one season is going to change so many people's perception of that, and I still don't think it's that bad of a pick.
I believe we all picked Lewis to win last season, the opener.
Yeah.
So I mean, like,
Yeah, we might actually. I think I did too. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm
We
gonna
all
go.
picked Lewis and Max, and then
Yeah.
Leclerc won it.
I'm gonna go Max Verstappen. Second, I'm going to go with Georgie boy, George Russell.
okay.
Third, I'm gonna go with Sergio Perez. Now,
So Max doesn't win the race.
yeah, I have Max winning.
Yes,
Okay,
Max
cool.
P1.
Okay, never mind. For some reason, I thought you said Charles Leclerc first.
No, you're good. You're good. Who's our group pick? And what race are we doing our group pick?
Is it wrong that I want to go IndyCar?
Let's do it.
We are the Indy boys.
I
We're the
mean,
Indy boys.
It's only fair.
Yeah.
It's only
However,
fair.
we have to find a driver that we all didn't pick, and I don't think anyone picked Joseph Newgarden.
I'm
But-
following Just Newgarden.
Hold on. Let me pull up the results from last year, and I want to see because he finished 16th last year.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I feel confident in that. Proposal. A guy who led 13 laps here last year, isn't usually in win contention, and we all hope does well. I
I'm talking
propose
Renus VK.
Renus VK.
Let's do it.
Renus.
Renus
Rocket
Big-
Renus.
Rocket.
Renus VK is the group pick. Okay.
You know, Heike's gonna have a red rocket, not Ben Peterson. Thank you.
Okay. There it is. But there's our predictions, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. I don't think anybody's in the chat right now to do the chat predictions. And we're definitely not going to go sit here and make chat predictions for this week, I
No.
don't think. So
Nah.
we'll just go back to the home screen. Let's close it out, Tristan.
Close this bad boy out. Thanks so much for listening to the video, guys. Follow us on all of our social medias at Indy Boys Podcast, at Indy Boys Podcast, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, WebEx, MySpace. Let's see, what are some other fun social medias? Kick,
Be Real.
Vine, Be Real, the Pizza Hut app. Like, these are all.
Bro, add me on Subway Rewards.
Add me on Game Center, guys. At Indy
Game
Boys
Center.
Podcast.
There it is.
Add me on Pokemon Go. Like, there's some really good places we could check this out. But yeah, follow us, guys, on those other social medias. Follow us on all our personal Twitters. They're right below our names on the list, or they're in the link in the description. Follow Burnout Sports. Listen to the Marion Siren. We go live on Wednesday, so you guys will hear us every Thursday on the Marion Siren before our episodes go officially on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Signing off for Daniel Chaney and Jay Cox. My name is TG Tristan Grider. Have a good one out there, guys. Peace. That was very